Hiya there and welcome to Collectables. Thanks for looking at this video. If you're following a link on my website because you're interested in knowing what this book is, or you want to purchase one, or you're just looking at YouTube randomly, you know, through my videos. Right, this is quite a famous book. It's called The World of Wade Book 2. Loads of collectors own this type of book. You know, it's great for reference. It's not a price guide or anything like that. It's just a reference showing you what books are in the series, that type of thing. You know, if you are just collecting Wade, you know, this is a goldmine to own. It's absolutely brilliant. As I say, it won't tell you the values, but half these price guides anyway, the values are absolutely ridiculous. So, you know, the best way to get values, you know, I'll tell you this now, is going to somewhere like eBay, that type of thing, looking at the complete listings. You know, don't listen to price guides anyway. Right, this is made by Ian Warner and Mike Posgay, something like that. Anyway, it's called Collectible Porcelain and Pottery. As I say, most people are familiar with Wade because they make all these little tiny little pottery people. But they did actually, when they first started out, make quite cool things like these jugs. It looks very like Clarice Cliff. I'm not sure if Clarice Cliff copied them or they copied Clarice Cliff, but they did some quite cool things in the beginning before they become quite commercial. As I say, this book is a few years old now. It's 1994. As I say, it's absolutely brilliant. Now I'll get on to exactly, this is telling you how it was developed and that thing, so it tells you a lot about history. But we'll get on to the important things with this book and why this book is so good. Right, we have all the original stamps and stuff like that. You know, if you've got old stamps like that on your Wade, you know, you're looking at big money. And then we get on to the later ones like this, which are the more common ones. So a lot of your value will be down to what rings you've got. A lot of people wouldn't have even seen these stamps on their Wade. So we'll get on to the interesting bits about this book. Quite cool, you know, big colour section here shows you all about it. You know, they did a lot of work Wade did for, you know, promotional companies, you know, like Carlsberg, lots of beers, you know. You'd go to a pub, you know, in the 70s, 60s, and a lot of the stuff behind the counter, you know, were actually beer related from Wade. So they did some quite cool things. But this is what a lot of people probably aren't familiar with Wade unless you're a proper collector. They did do some nice jugs and bowls. Like, not many people, you know, if you was at a market or car boot, would see that and go, oh, that was Wade. You know, you'd look at something like this, you know, and you'd go, oh yeah, that's Wade, no problem. They did do some unusual stuff. Like all these, you would not believe these are Wade unless you're obviously a collector and you're very knowledgeable. They did some nice things. But anyway, let's get on to why this book is quite good. Is when you collect things, you know, there's normally a series. I'm like this one, Dinosaur Collection, Wade Ceramics. You can actually see what was in the collection. Originally it would come in a shop display like that. It used to come in little cardboard boxes, which you don't see many around these days. But unfortunately, from my experience of selling, it doesn't actually make much difference if you've got the box or not. I know collectors and people like that will go, yes it does. From my personal experience it doesn't, but the boxes do look a lot nicer. You know, these were cool. These were made by Matchbox. I don't know if you can see that picture. I've seen a few of those in auction. They did a lot of work Wade did with Matchbox, and they do some nice ashtrays with Matchbox models and stuff like that. Cigar boxes. You know, quite. You know, they were related with a lot of big companies, so it makes the stuff quite collectible. But if you see through these books, you know, it's got all the code names telling you what they are, the measurements. It's just a really nice book. Anyway, this is my review on this one. As I say, it's not a price guide. These are the two guys who did it. I gotta say, I don't actually know them. I know quite a lot of people in the business. I don't actually know those people. But it's a really good book, well thought out. As I say, it's not a price guide, but it's a really, really good reference book. It is available on my website, you know. Well, it was at the time of videoing. Now, it's quite a common book, but you know, it's common because it was a really popular book, and it is really, really good if you're collecting Wade. You know, there is a book 1 and there's a book 2. The book 1 is more about the Wade whimsies and stuff like that, you know. The book 1 I would say is better. This one covers the more rarer issues. So, you know, depending on what you want, you probably are better with both. You know, you can still find this book around, you know, Google, you know, my website for example, places like eBay. The only thing with eBay, you just got to watch what you're doing, because you know, a lot of the dealers rip you off on postage. You know, a good book. I won't waffle on. If you do like these type of videos, I know these ones, you know, aren't as fun as the ones I do. I do have a couple more channels, one called Anthony Jones, one called Oscar's World. You know, this channel I'm doing here is a bit more professional, not so much fun, but hopefully we will do some fun videos. But Unfortunately, you know, when we're doing book videos on reference books and stuff like that, they are a bit plain. But please subscribe. We will be doing some fun videos, you know, on some of the other collectibles. It's just books are books at the end of the day, so they're a bit plain, the video. Anyway, please subscribe, like, that type of thing. We do have a Google Plus forum community as well. Just have a look, basically. Thanks for looking. Bye bye.